I'm beyond frustrated with the rumors and lies coming out of Columbus, Ohio. So I'm about to do something about it. When somebody files false charges against a neighbor and the police refuse to do anything about it, and the prosecutor, that's a big problem. I had to sell my home. So, the liar got what he wanted, didn't he? Guess his plan worked. You know what the kicker is? The assumption was that I have brain damage. I swear to God. That was the assumption. Wrong. The prosecutor's going to have a very, very difficult time dealing with this. The police have told a narrative that the neighbors told without any evidence to back it up. I did not get fired from my job teaching. I resigned in excellent standing with 0 disciplinary action in 22 years. But the rumor going around town is that I got fired. That's not all. There's more crap. I started going to Roseland. In 1998, 99, Daniel was the owner. He sold it to Matt and Troy. Who also owned Club 20, and I played on their softball team for 17 years. Coached it for 5, brought many trophies and attention to the bar. And for Pyramid. put yourself in my shoes. How would you respond to incorrect information never being corrected? You'd probably be angry, wouldn't you? That would be a normal behavior. That's a normal response. In late June, early July of 2019, when I drove out to Washington, D.C., I actually met with 2 Secret Service agents in District 1 or Precinct 1 or House Number 1 in Washington, D.C. I told them exactly what was going on in my neighborhood. When I left, I forgot to put oil in my Saturn wagon. And it blew up in western Pennsylvania or eastern West Virginia. I stayed at the Holiday Inn while I decided what to do. I rented a car, left the Saturn there. And when I turned into my driveway, there were 2 vehicles parked in the street. Both late model sedans. One brown, one blue. One African American, one white man. Sitting in their vehicles. I turn into my driveway, sit down, and have a cigarette in my front yard. The 2 gentlemen walk up. Wearing jeans. And said they were from the Secret Service and wanted to make sure that I got back safely to Columbus. In a 911 call that Patty Ryan made, that I have a copy of, she was told by the men that they followed me back from D.C. How is that possible if they were sitting on the street and I was literally the only people in the hotel during those 4 or 5 days? HLL9533 is the license plate of the Caucasian. I told the police what was going on. They went with Patty's story instead. And I kept saying to Patty, you've got wrong information. These people aren't legit. You have no business letting them onto your property to stalk and harass me. Nope. She wanted to believe what she wanted to believe. I have 20 journals of my day-to-day experience from November 22nd, 2018 to today. Do you know what the focus is? Not being believed when I tell the truth. Well, I guess that's just a couple more people up the road I'm going to need to cut ties with. How sad. If the police bothered to do any sort of investigating, like, since they believed that he worked for the Secret Service, his tax returns would show that he's a federal agent in 2019. If they followed me back from DC, then that means they were there before and they have debit card purchases or transactions in the DC area. I've told the police this. I handed them a rather large case. And I've tried to work with people. And I've tried to get the neighbors to be honest, but they wanted something. Well, I hope they're happy.